Pretty soon the hippies of today will be the squares of tomorrow.
It was the echoing voices of the old ones, through thick steel forests and over scorched earth. Always just out of reach, a murder of crows judged my every footstep. My bones were frozen. Penniless and entirely out of breath, I washed my beautiful hands in the black market dog water trough. But through it all, the real stick in my spokes was the torment of my dreams. I fought off sleep with both fists and sometimes fire. Little more than a blowgun I made from an exhausted pen, I shot the stars out of the sky. And when each one fell sparkling to the ground, I made wishes that never came true. Apparitions of angels with angry eyes appeared at each new moon. My own ghost began whispering, and the trees died if I tried to climb them. The decision was made for me to begin interpreting real life just as I would nightmares.
Yeah, yes, again, that's me, and there's you. And I dig on you cats out there whipping and wailing and jumping up and down and sucking up that fine juice and patting each other on the back and telling each other who the greatest cat in the world is. Mr. Malenkov, Mr. Dalenkov, Mr. Eisenhower, Boozer, Reason, Meisen, Boozer, and Mr. Woodhill, and Mr. Beachhill, and Mr. Churchill, and all them hills, they gonna get it straight. If they can't straighten it, they know a cat that knows a cat that's gonna get it straight. But I'm gonna put a cat on you. Was the sweetest, gone wailingest cat that ever stomped on this sweet swinging yeah. And they called you Shaw Cat.
Buck 65, buck 65, buck 65, buck 65, buck 65, buck 65.
Watching an already dead world vanish, we the banished and outlawed wander hither and yonder like dogs gone hungry, funky and angry and sometimes ugly. Drums like drugs have turned us to scavengers, pathfinders, addicts and mathematicians, practitioners of black magic. We make music from used up junk and bad luck dreams, liars and losers, emus and aardvarks, gypsies and pen thieves, peddlers, card sharks, all of us fortune tellers combing the forest, hardcore building a cardboard fortress, forward fast and backwards blindfolded, trying to find gold buried in floodplains, covered in blood stains, fly bites and egg yolk, running away with one of my legs broke. Sometimes it's lonesome, traveling homeless, not knowing where you're going, riding the railroads, pickups and sailboats, and mostly the locomotives. Once we decide to see some of the countryside, working with circus performers and cutthroats, discussions with percussionists, perverts and poets. Haven't you ever heard of the 1200 hobos? We ain't vampires dressed like rock stars. We build campfires and ride boxcars town to town. We just write songs and plus we stay up like all night long. But we ain't vampires dressed like rock stars. We build campfires and ride boxcars town to town. We just write songs and plus we stay up like all night long. Some years is a long walk, even if it's not in a straight line. You see a lot of things in the distance, you know what they say about great minds. You and I think about the same things, dream the same dreams, play the same games. We started out in the same place, believe it or not, we got the same names. Everything happens for a good cause, whether it be victory or loss. And the road may turn into a runway, but you'll know what to do someday, trust me. the tops of the tallest trees to get away from the deep water, to find the touch of the smallest breeze. You'll find a girl with a low voice who holds the world in her bare hands. You'll fall in love, you'll have no choice once you are given a fair chance. For the first time you will sleep well, take a deep breath, see the sunshine, hold on to her for dear life, and then watch the whole world unwind. Ask her to show you some magic, and I guarantee that she will say yes. Tell her you've seen forever and you'll be together not a day less. Just know until that time comes, and after you cross that first mile, that the hardest part is behind you and all of the pain will be worthwhile. From storm clouds come angels, let pain give you pleasure. From dirt grows the flowers when faith can't be measured. From storm clouds come angels, let pain give you pleasure. From dirt grows the flowers when faith can't be measured.
And now, sweetheart, in my darkness, one true light shines.
I know a man who was born with his heart on the outside. Every man's worst fear. He also had heavy hands. He couldn't touch his lover's face. He couldn't hold a baby. He would never desert him, but he was worried he would hurt him maybe. Mad at the world, his face turned hot pink. The best he could do was just try to not think, but he was too bothered, so he would only try rarely. He read the last page of every book in the library. He lacked the charisma of a true revolutionary. Crime fighter would try to write, but kept breaking his typewriter. He'd preach his manifesto like a militant radical. Was diligent, but his greatest mistakes were grammatical. If he only spent more time rehearsing, preparing, there wouldn't have to be so much cursing and swearing. Eyes on fire, his volume was blistering. No one had taught him about the power of whispering. He is dynamite, blows kisses, eats dirt, mouth of a volcano. He is a t-shirt. He stands on stilts but doesn't stand for funny stuff. Ask me, he just hasn't been around the sun enough. He paints self-portraits with a ruler, only eats corn, and then tries to sell his own soul on the street corner. He always remembers everyone's numbers and sometimes cries into his own cumbersome hands. sometimes dumb crimes blow my mind, and Lord knows I tried to close my eyes, but it happens so fast. I keep my eye on the ball, but still I never asked to be a fly on the wall. And like sometimes dumb crimes blow my mind, and Lord knows I tried to close my eyes, but it happens so fast. I keep my eye on the ball, but still I never asked to be a fly on the wall. Read beginning to end and measured sideways. I've traveled the length of your desert highways, been under your bed and slept in ditches. I saw your scars was kept in stitches. To keep from crying, I try not to pay attention, but as I may have mentioned, I'm being held hostage. I'm lost and exhausted. I wanna go home now, but I'm too far gone, and I don't even know how. The silent light and tarnished armor, charming and harmful. The karma chameleon might get violent, dancing with shadows and playing charades. It's the miserable plan of the invisible man. And what's it like living life, you may ask, standing on the other side of two-way glass? Well, it's not what it's cracked up to be, I'll tell you that much. You can look, but you can't touch. And like sometimes dumb crimes blow my mind, and Lord knows I tried to close my eyes, but it happens so fast. I keep my eye on the ball, but still I never asked to be a fly on the wall. And like sometimes dumb crimes blow my mind, and Lord knows I tried to close my eyes, but it happens so fast. I keep my eye on the ball, but still I never asked to be a fly on the wall. Wanna do is go fly a kite or take a hike and try and keep myself from taking a flying leap that's ringing in my ears, especially at night. Kaleidoscopic visions of a cocaine catfight. People play parlor games behind closed doors. Secrets are sacred when nobody knows yours, but somebody does. You forget about the bottom feeders, the dirty rotten cheaters, and all of us thought readers. But sometimes dumb crimes blow my mind, and Lord knows I tried to close my eyes, but it happens so fast. I keep my eye on the ball, but still I never asked to be a fly on the wall. And like sometimes dumb crimes blow my mind, and Lord knows I tried to close my eyes, but it happened so fast. I keep my eye on the ball, but still I never asked to be a fly on the wall.